Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and as the title says, today I'm going to give you like my final thoughts, review, you might say, over these Ishod Spitfire Lock-In Classics. And I'm going to keep it short and sweet because there's only so much to say. I mean, you can, unless something really changes in a wheel, like the dragon wheels or the soft sliders, like something that's kind of new and different, there's not a whole lot to say about it. This is more or less just a shape that has been done before, but you get it in the Formula 4 Spitfire formula. So that's what's kind of neat about it. Those of you who don't know, I'm more of like a Bones guy because they have the X97s and the X99s, which I really like. And they came out with those nano rats, and that was like the perfect for curb type skating because it has round on the outside, conical on the inside, so helps you ride up the curb, helps you lock into the curb. So Spitfire joined the conversation with that shape, but there's so many people who love the Formula 4. So it does exactly what you'd think it does. This nice round profile right here. This is for curb skating and flat ground tricks because it helps your board roll over for like 3 flips and things like that. It just helps it kind of tilt over like a conical. And it did just that. So first session, you know, at my local curb spot, and this has nothing to do with the wheels. They just felt so rough on that ground because that ground is basically like this. It's not the worst ground in the world, but it's not the smoothest. So when I came off the X99s to these, so it is a 99 to a 99. They was hurting my feet a little bit, I'll be honest. But they skated really well. So I wanted to give them a couple sessions to really try that out. So I skated them some more. They slide really good on the curb, as to be expected. If you skated Formula 4s, you know what they slide like. So it's, like I said, it's just more about the shape. So I skated them a few more sessions. I was really liking them. One thing I noticed is, and this is like a good or a bad thing, is on my backside, like slappy backside 50s, I was trying to get off the curb, right? And it locked in too good and just kept me on, and then I would dip the front and just fall. And that kept happening over and over and over. And I was like, man, is that the wheel? Because this just started when I skated this wheel. But it wasn't the wheel. I think it was I was skating those 10-inch wide trucks, and those were the culprit, because once I set it up on this 925 with the 9-inch slappies, it wasn't happening anymore. I was floating off the curb just fine. So it wasn't the wheel. If you skate conicals, then and you're used to that outside sharpness and you like them, I would say just don't even bother getting these wheels because you skate conicals for a reason. If you skate classics, I would say give them a shot because there's no reason not to, because most of the time, and it all comes down to personal preference, but most of the time people like conicals because of the lock-in and the stability kind of feeling of it. But if you get like a tablet or something like that, there's no reason not to skate a wheel like this because you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting the rollover factor for like your flip tricks, and some people may not like that. Like I said, this is all personal preference, but then you're getting the lock-in. So for curves, this is great, but for all-around skating, like it has Ishod's name on it, which they do look a lot better once the name is off. Now they look a lot better, to be honest. But he obviously does a lot of flip tricks, a lot of rails, a lot of everything like that, so it helps him with all that. So all around skating is going to be good for, but I've got it because of the curbs, because it just makes sense. And yeah, they slide really good. One of the biggest downsides that a lot of people have is it's an asymmetrical wheel. People are concerned about coning with these shapes of wheels. I've never had an issue with it in the recent, like skating the nano cubics and the nano rats, and I don't rotate my wheels. I do swap out wheels and try different wheels, so maybe that's part of the thing. I also skate a symmetrical board, so it's constantly getting ridden the same way, so whatever habits you have, you know, they're gonna wear out more evenly, so that's another benefit of the symmetrical boards. Yeah, I would say that's the biggest downside, but if you're getting the best of both worlds and they last quite a long time, I mean, most people don't just skate the same wheels forever, so, but that's most people's downside. I've never had a problem with the coning thing, and yeah. The last thing I wanted to try them out on was just like a flat ground session for a few reasons, just because the impact of it, just doing flip tricks and the snappiness of it, I just wanted to feel if it'd make me like more tired or hurt my feet or things like that over just rolling into curbs, basically. And here's some clips from the flat ground sesh today.
Terrible, but I landed it.
Yeah, I couldn't get a nice switch flip or nollie flip to save my life. But the freaking heel flips, man, I'm telling you, I gotta give credit and big shout out once again to East Coast Curb Killer Robbie Rodriguez, because his last video where he was skating those etnies, or breaking in those etnies, or to see how they felt, I watched him do a few heel flips and I saw where he put his shoulder. And so I tried it and it fucking worked. I was like, holy shit. It's just about, because you know, I'm too leaned in, I just kind of opened up a little bit and made sure my shoulder and my arm was on the heel side of my board, and it just put my weight in the right place. So, Robbie, you helped me again. I feel like I need to give you something because you keep helping out. You keep helping this guy out. And I appreciate it. I mean, what else is there to say, guys? The thing is, I didn't think I was gonna keep skating them. I'm gonna leave them on, actually, for now. But I inevitably will go back to probably the X99s, X97s. If they made these in a soft slider, then I'd probably stick with them. Because I'm getting no benefits from them over an X99 that this doesn't slide any better than an X99, but it's noticeably different skating around. Like when we went to that stupid bank spot, I had to put these away and skate the 97 Nano Rats. So, because these were just too rough there, and I was also skating the 10-inch board, but they were just a little too rough. So inevitably I will go back to like an X99, X97, but for right now, I'm gonna leave them on. But yeah, X99s slide just as well as these without that vibration and some pain in the feet. But I would say if you're a Spitfire guy, you skate classics, you should definitely give these a shot. Even if you skate conicals and you want to try like you've always wanted to try a classic and haven't yet, this is the perfect wheel to try that. And if Spitfire comes out with these in the soft slider, then I will probably pick them up, because I didn't hate the soft slider formula. I just had mixed feelings about how they went around, about calling it. But that we'll get into the next video. So if there is, I do want to test the durometer of wheels, and I want to test these too. I wanted to skate them first because all my other wheels were skated, and I don't know how that could affect readings. Like, I want them all in the same playing field. I didn't have all brand new wheels, so I needed all skate wheels. And as always, I probably left something out. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Like I said, there's not a whole lot to say about wheels anymore, and this is just a shape that's been out. So give them a shot if you want to. If you're a Spitfire guy, definitely give them a shot. If you're on X99s or 97s or Nano Rats, Nano Cubics, don't bother. They're gonna feel too hard for you. All right, so yeah, that's about it. And until the next one, I'll see you on the next meow.